what's up. So it is the end of December and I'm actually spending the end of this year, beginning few days of next year in Florida. So if you don't know, I started a company called Trades of Hope. We are a fair trade fashion brand that creates jobs for women around the world, and this alleviates poverty, increases gender equality, and fights trafficking. And it's my dream job. I've worked here for, well, I started the company 10 years ago, and so it's literally my baby, it's my life, and it allows me to sell beautiful fashion items like this beautiful leather crossbody and these earrings, and know that it's taking a stand for women around the world. Our headquarters are in Florida, and so I'm in Florida right now. My family lives in Florida, and it actually, that brings me to what I kind of wanted to update you on with a little life update. If you've been watching my videos for a bit, you know that I live in Washington, D.C. right now, and my lease is up in March. I really kind of started to feel like my season in DC is coming to an end, which is kind of a miracle within itself because I never thought I would ever be done with DC. I thought I would live in DC forever. This was before I lived in London for a while. In 2019, I lived in London for a quarter of a year. I fell in love with that, met my boyfriend, and so ever since, like all of 2020, I've spent it kind of split as much as I can because of everything going on between DC, where my home is, Florida, where my company's headquarters are, and then London, which is my favorite city, and where my boyfriend is. And I just kind of feel like being split between those three places, like it's all good, but DC is kind of, I feel like I'm starting to lose my purpose there. Basically, I have received everything that I came to DC to receive. I got my master's degree. I had the experience of living in this beautiful American metropolitan city. I had an amazing community of girlfriends and went out to amazing dinners and drinks with these girlfriends, just lived that beautiful 20s young metropolitan life. I had government work experience, which ironically I did in London, but I wouldn't have received that if I hadn't been in DC. Just all of it. It was everything that I wanted, but a lot of my community moved away, and I'm just feeling like my time is coming to a close, which is a miracle because I thought I would be there forever. So I'm actually having a lot of peace in that. I know that if this season wasn't truly coming to a close, I would still want to live there. Like I would have lived there forever. So I feel really at peace about leaving DC, even though I'm really sad about it. I'm going to squeeze the most out of the next 3 months, just really enjoy everything. I have a bucket list of things that I want to do before I leave, and I'm being so intentional about that because I want no regrets when I leave in March. The main reason why I feel okay leaving DC is because it will allow me to spend more time in London. So I can spend up to 6 months in London on a tourist visa, which is just fantastic. I'm so excited about that. But where am I going to live the other 6 months? So I've decided that I want my time in the US to be serving my company and to be at the headquarters and to really not divide my time between other places in the US. Like if I'm gonna cut my year in half, I want the months that I spend in the US to be serving Trades of Hope. So with all that being said, for financial reasons, I'm planning on buying a house here in Florida near my company's headquarters. And this is for a ton of reasons. It's gonna allow me to be in London more because before, when I was in London, at any point, I was also paying rent here in DC. Yikes, right? So now any living expenses are going to be an investment into my home, and I will reap those rewards of that investment when I sell this house. And if I know I'm going to be out of the US for an extended period of time, I can even rent out my home and possibly make a profit. So financial reasons, it totally makes sense to buy. I'm not someone who believes like, oh, never rent, buy. Like that actually doesn't make sense in a lot of situations, but it does make sense for me being someone who lives her lifestyle transatlantic. So it makes sense to have my America home be one that I own. I'm honestly really scared, and I really only feel good about leaving DC because I know this means I'll spend more time in London. I'm just not ready to give up that metropolitan city feel, even if my home isn't in one. You know I'm gonna make it beautiful. It's gonna be a really beautiful house if I say so myself. I'm so excited. I've already kind of started looking. I've had houses bookmarked on realtor websites and stuff like that for forever. And pretty soon we're gonna go see some of these houses in person. I will keep you updated, stay tuned. I'm gonna take you along for the journey as always. Okay, so me buying a house is actually progressing very quickly. A few days ago, I drove around and looked at houses that were on the market, ones that I had favorited on like the realtor.com app. And I don't know, like it just, nothing really clicked. There was one house that I actually did love and probably would have bought in a heartbeat, but it was basically sold by the time I found it. Nothing was just, I just wasn't feeling it. I didn't feel confident about it. It didn't really feel like me. And then I found this one neighborhood. My parents knew someone who lived there at one point, and it was stunning. It was just this amazing neighborhood that I have never ever seen before. It's kind of hidden away, feels so safe, which is obviously my first priority. And because it is such a safe, beautiful neighborhood, it's basically full. There are only a few empty lots and a few houses that are already being built that are for sale. So to back up a little bit, actually, before I found this really nice neighborhood, my grandmother and my mother told me, hey, you should look into just how much it is to build a house, because it might be less expensive than the houses that you're looking at, or it might be the same price, but then at least you're investing your money in a new build that's built in 2020 instead of 2002, which was literally when the house that I really liked was built in 2002. So it makes sense, because if I ever want to sell this house again, which I probably will, it'll be a better investment. Someone's more likely to buy a 2020 house than a 2002. What's crazy is that all of my options for living in this new neighborhood is to either buy a lot and build a house on it, or buy a house that's currently being built, like the framework is done, but I can still design the inside. And you guys, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. There is this one house that is in the very early stages of being built, and I love the floor plan. I love the location. It's in this neighborhood that my heart is just enamored with. So I'm actually heading back to that neighborhood to talk to the builder of this house and kind of see some more of the financial details, some more of like where it's at in the process, to see what is still changeable and what is not customizable. And I'm so excited. I feel so at peace about this. It makes me feel really expansive. Like when I think about it, when I think about waking up in this house, which I have already been to the frame of this house, the frame of it is built, so it only has exterior walls, no interior walls. So I've stood in it yesterday. I stood in it, and when I'm there, I just imagine myself looking out the window, drinking my morning cup of coffee. I imagine waking up in the master bedroom. I can kind of see it all. And when I feel like my chest is opening up. Nothing is clamming me up when I think about this, and that is why I feel so at peace about this. Everything just has to move really quickly though, because if I want to make custom decisions on the interior of my house, those decisions have to be made within the next few days, which means I'm probably going to buy a house in the next few days. So I really wanted to take you along on this journey, and I will. I'll show you the house before it's even built. I'll show you the house before there's even walls. I'll show you some behind the scenes of my design meetings and stuff like that, but it's just moving like so fast. Today, I am checking off a major bucket list item for my career. I don't know when this video is going to be live, so I'm not going to say what it is yet because I don't want to announce it before it's live. But basically, I have a call with a writer today, and I've always wanted to have Trades of Hope have a full-length article in this publication, and the interview is happening today, and then the writer will write the article, and then we'll look at it for comments, and then in about 2 months or so, it's going to be live. Just got done with our interview, and now I'm gonna go buy a house. A very big day for Elizabeth Heischkens. I picked exactly what house that I wanted. I know it was between like a couple houses and a lot, but I feel really good about this house that's gonna be done in just a few months, and I'm gonna go buy it. I will let you know what happens next. What's cost escalation? More money? I just signed the house. I'm in the parking lot of a Panda Express right now because I just signed the house. The house is mine. So crazy, so exciting. Now my mom and I are heading to the design studio because I get to design the whole interior of the house. So I picked a house that is under construction right now. It's going to be done in April or March. So I'm excited to customize the house and go to that design studio. I feel like this is a dream come true. It's just all happening so fast. Like a week ago, I didn't know where I was going to live. And now I have a house and I have to make all these decisions for it really quickly so they can keep the buildings on schedule. It's insane. So while I spend the last 3 months of my lease in DC, my house is going to be being built, which is crazy. tired as I look right now, and the lighting is not great in here, but we just got back from the design studio and we designed the whole house in 3 hours. I picked everything that I liked, and I think it's like pretty close to my dream house, which I'm really happy about. I had to make decisions on basically everything today, and then there are a few things that I wanted to order in specially, so I'm gonna get the prices of that on Monday and then make a decision on that. Hopefully by Monday or Tuesday, everything's solidified. So I designed the house basically the same day that I bought it. But I was able to do that because, one, I'm a chief creative officer. My career is making strategic, decisive, creative decisions. 2, I know my style. I just know me, I know what I like. And even though I've really only been looking for a house for like a few days, I've just accumulated over the years folders and Pinterest boards of things that I like, and it all is really cohesive and is one style because it is genuinely my personal style. It's not like me trying to copy someone else. I'm so excited. Like I said, there are a few question marks based on price. I am so drained though. I mean, we did everything: exterior color scheme, inside like wall colors, floors, cabinets in the bathroom, cabinets in the kitchen, everything. Literally all little hardwares, it's all custom picked. Tomorrow, after I go into work at the Trades of Hope offices, I'm gonna probably go see the house. It'll be the first time that I see it knowing for sure 100% that it's mine. I did go back to the house like 3 times before I bought it because I just wanted to make sure like I'm not gonna hate it. I feel really confident in this now, especially knowing how cute the interior is gonna be designed. Really excited about it. Happy New Year, everyone. It's January 1st and I are heading over to the house. There's literally nothing to see, nothing to do. No one's working. There's no progress that can be made with it. I just want to be there, especially I'm gonna be back in DC in a few days and then I won't be able to see it. And so I want to just literally hang out there. It kind of feels like my baby of concrete and beams of wood. Ember's first time at the house. What do you think? Do you want to live here? It's kind of in rough shape. I'm literally doing nothing here. There's no reason for me to be here other than just wanting to be here. Ember's loving it. Are you having fun? Oh, my prodigy. No, look, do that again. Hey, come here. Look, oh, what's out that window? Walk through the walls, go through the walls. Good girl. You're in our bathroom now. You gonna do it again? Oh, good girl. I'm walking to the mailbox right now with Ember to see if my birthday card from Tom came in the mail yet. Looking for a letter with that Royal Mail stamp, if you know what I mean. It's my birthday in a few days and he told me that he sent me one, so we're gonna go look for it. Today is my birthday, and so I'm currently in the Starbucks drive-thru line. It is really long, but some of my friends got me some gift cards, so we are gonna go get a coffee. I just left the Trades of Hope offices before coming here to Starbucks, and I really wanted to go to the design studio to sign off on all the interior design for my house, but I don't know, they weren't open today or didn't have availability or whatever. So instead, I'm gonna go to a home decor store because there are some mirrors that I think I want to get in my bathroom, and I'm gonna go see if they're still there in that store. I realize it's been a week since I signed for my house, which is really exciting, and even though it's my birthday today, nothing's gonna top last week. It was like a pre-birthday present to myself, I guess. I didn't really think about it that way. I didn't know it was going to be a week before my birthday. I just didn't really realize. After I get my birthday coffee and do some shopping for my house, I think my parents and I are going to go to Jacksonville for dinner tonight. We're going to go to Cooper's Hawk, which is one of my favorite restaurants. I want to go to Sephora maybe. I want to try the Lineage, no one says it the same way, night moisturizer cream or something like that. And it's gonna be a really basic day, but buying a house was the highlight of the end of 2020, the end of 25. So I'm 26 today. And I think it's fun that I bought the house like right under the belt of 25. It's just fun to say. Why does my phone do that? That's so annoying. I got that gold one. And then I'm gonna get like matte black circles for my master bathroom because it's gonna be a little more timeless. I'm not gonna regret it. It's gonna be great. And then I did get these Imperial Crown canisters. They are huge for reference, whether I put them on my counter or I'll use them in storage, like in my pantry. They do come with these lids, but I might even just like not use the lids. And then I got these lanterns. I got 2 of them. You guys, I'm obsessed. This is like gonna be the whole vibe. The whole vibe. I don't know why I always film for the vlog in my car, because it's just a good transition moment, but I just got done at the design studio for my house. I'm realizing that there are 2 things that are really, really important to me. And when I first started the design process, of course I wanted everything I could have. Like, that's not surprising, but when prices start coming in, you start scaling back. And there's 2 things that I keep on eliminating other expenses off my list for this expense and these expenses. And these are my herringbone wood floors and my faucets. Like, I want cute faucets, and I think I'm gonna do gold in the bathroom and then probably end up getting a gold faucet on the kitchen sink. And those are priorities to me. And I think that is because the countertops that I love, that are my dream countertops, are already worked into the price of the house. Like, when does that ever happen? So we're really thankful for that, because that means that probably would have been a big priority to me, but because that was already taken care of, I can focus on floors and faucets. But who knew? I'm learning so much about myself, because obviously you can't have it all. You want to gather the information too. Like, I would recommend that anyone just, if you're slightly interested, even if you think you can't afford it, just get the price, because then you'll be able to see what is worth the money to you and what isn't. And I'm realizing there are a lot of things like upgrading to more modern kitchen cabinets, not important to me. The front door, I don't need to upgrade. The hardware for the front door, I don't really care. But things like the floors and faucets are important to me. And I used to think, like, before this, I probably would have said I don't care about faucets at all. So a huge learning experience, even just about me and my taste and my style. I'm actually going to go back to DC soon in just a couple days. So that's why I wanted everything just settled and figured out before I got back there to enjoy my last 3 months in the city. It looks like I'm just gonna have to gather as much information now, lots of pictures now, and then sign for it when all the prices come in, probably next week when I'll be in DC. Hopefully that'll be okay. Nonetheless, I'm gonna go back and take you guys to the house one more time before, maybe 2 more times before I go back to DC. Front door, office den, potential bedroom, but will probably be an office den. Hallway, Gretchen. Hallway, laundry room, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, guest bathroom, which is gonna have black cabinets. Kitchen, refrigerator, pantry, giant window, doors, living room, master, that's me, bedroom, more patio doors, linen closet, more black sinks, toilet, yikes, shower, closet. I love this window and I love this view. It was windy the other day and the water was really moving and it felt like, oh, perfect coffee drinking view in the morning.